If you have lived in Singapore long enough, Bukit Timah carries a specific weight. It is the traditional gold standard of residential real estate, built on generations of exclusive freehold wealth. The natural assumption is that buying any new launch here is a guaranteed financial win. You get the address, you hold the property, and you cash out. The historical data from recent launches tells a different story. This chart shows the annualized returns for recent projects in the vicinity, like Royal Green. Buyers are walking away with average yields hovering around 3 to 4%. Compare that performance against the sheer scale of the upcoming Turf City master plan next door, and the numbers do not add up. The drag on profitability comes down to unit supply. These recent projects heavily prioritized 1- and 2-bedroom layouts, but the natural buyer demographic in Bukit Timah is large, multi-generational families. The developers built units the primary market simply didn't want to live in. Buying into this district for the prestige alone traps your premium capital. Without matching the product to the demographic, you end up with subpar yields that trail behind the broader market. Now we have Dunearn House. It is the first major development anchoring the new Turf City transformation, and on paper, it arrives with a list of disadvantages. First, it is a 99-year leasehold project, dropped directly into a traditional freehold enclave. For conservative buyers who view perpetual ownership as a requirement, that is an immediate red flag. Then there is the lack of immediate convenience. The grandstand, which historically supported the area with tuition centers, supermarkets, and restaurants, has been cleared out for the master plan. The surrounding fields are empty. Finally, there is the geographical reality of the school zones. Highly coveted primary schools like Methodist Girls' School and Raffles Girls' Primary fall at 1.19 and 1.44 kilometers away. You miss the critical 1-kilometer priority radius entirely. So you have a leasehold project with no immediate amenities and a compromised primary school advantage. Why would any buyer deploy millions of dollars here? Dunearn House is a structural play. It leverages a specific price void in the market, requiring buyers to ignore short-term speculation and commit to a foundational, strategic timeline. There is a severe supply gap in the Bukit Timah market right now. Growing families are effectively priced out of modern 4-bedroom homes. If they look at older freehold resale units, they pay a premium for inefficient floor plans. Thousands of dollars go toward oversized bay windows, massive aircon ledges, and unlivable corridor space. A new regulatory standard called GFA harmonization solves this. It forces developers to eliminate that wasted footprint and build highly usable interior spaces from wall to wall. On this comparison matrix, Dunearn House uses an 1,184 square foot footprint to deliver a full landscape layout. The quantum price row reveals the impact. Dunearn provides this at a $3.7 to $4.5 million range, while older freeholds demand significantly higher entry prices. Buyers are strategically sacrificing total on-paper square footage to lock in a drastically lower, more affordable entry price. This efficiency allows multi-generational families to secure the actual living space they need in Bukit Timah without overpaying for a layout that doesn't serve their daily lives. Entering the Turf City master plan during its absolute earliest phase provides a layer of financial protection. Consumer launch prices are directly dictated by what the developer paid to acquire the land. The earlier the acquisition in a developing township, the lower the baseline. Dunearn's developers secured this parcel at $1,410 per square foot. The adjacent parcel recently transacted at $1,625 for an inferior, restricted plot ratio. Securing a unit anchored to that $1,410 land cost mathematically protects your downside. Future neighboring developments are forced to launch at much higher consumer prices just to break even, establishing a rigid safety net under your initial purchase price. To reap these rewards, buyers must commit to a holding period of 5 to 10 years. You will be living through active URA construction, noise, and delayed gratification. As the master plan unfolds, the government will deliberately inject HDB, Prime, and Plus public housing into the Turf City township, alongside the private developments. Historically, Bukit Timah residents view the introduction of public housing as a negative blow to the neighborhood's exclusive private status. That mindset ignores modern market mechanics. This integration creates a localized, self-sustaining capital-building ecosystem. Eventually, those HDB owners will reach the end of their minimum occupation periods. When they sell, they release their equity and look to upgrade without leaving the neighborhood. They become a built-in natural pool of demand for the surrounding private condos. Trading away the purely exclusive enclave status for a mixed demographic township ensures deep liquidity. It guarantees long-term price sustainability for Dunearn House because you have a constant pipeline of motivated upgraders right next door. Warning tone. Even with solid land math and a robust master plan, picking the wrong unit layout will trap your capital. If you are eyeing the 1 or 2 bedroom units for short-term investment or rental yield, the math works against you. This quadrant chart illustrates the problem. Small units sit squarely in the high-risk zone because they face brutal competition. Existing projects like 4th Avenue and Royal Green flooded this immediate area with 1 and 2 bedroom units, creating a supply bottleneck that stunts future price growth. Staying on the chart, we look at large premium units. 3 and 4 bedroom options land in the high-reward target zone, directly aligning with the space requirements of long-term family upgraders dominating this district. Dunearn House misses the mark for yield-seeking investors hoping for a quick flip. However, it offers a specific advantage for families willing to hold until the township fully matures. The ultimate trade-off is this: you must willingly sacrifice the 1-kilometer primary school priority and live without immediate lifestyle conveniences for several years. You gain a high-utilization floor plan, a lower entry quantum, and structural price protection. Navigating real estate decisions in massive transition zones requires exact scenario mapping. You cannot afford to rely on marketing brochures to time your entry. If you need a data-backed assessment of whether these larger units fit your timeline and portfolio, reach out directly. Securing your portfolio means connecting the long-term realities of a master plan to your financial capacity.